This Ralphie Davis. Right now, y'all finna tap in to Hip Hop Seattle. You dig?
Wow, sick, man. Shout out Hip Hop Seattle. Y'all go tap in, man.
It's Mafi D. We tapped in with Hip Hop Seattle.
Spreadsheet, you know what I'm talking about? It, RDMENT, all the shit. We rocking with Hip Hop Seattle. You know what I'm talking about? Tune in.
Damn, this pain be getting deeper. Nigga missing his son. I done missed his first steps. Now my son turning 1. In and out of the county, that's not the life that I live. Fuck a deadbeat, nigga. Man, I'm there for my kid. I done been through hell and back. You niggas can't take the heat. They tryna knock me off my pivot, but I stay on my feet. I have my back against the wall. To this day I stand tall, and I can never...
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the Hip Hop Seattle podcast. It's your moderator, Cal Nadi.
It's your boy, Mr. High Def, Henry Hunter K.
It's Dre, a little honey dipping.
It's Mike Jack on the track.
Yeah, special fucking guest.
Special guest, man. Round of applause. Round of applause. Mike Jack in the fucking building.
He's doing things out here.
Y'all
see this
nigga?
nigga?
Backwood over there? What we got going on right now?
Oh, yeah, man.
Blowing big backwood. You already know what it is. Had a pre-roll before the shit even started.
Graduated. Now, when it comes to making music, how did you personally find your sound?
Man, honestly, bro, it took me a minute. Like, that was like one of the most like things that crossed my mind was like, man, how am I gonna find my own sound, you know? Because compared to now to when I first started, I improved like 10 times better.
Different sound?
But I ain't really like putting no thought into it, you know. I just let it come to me, you know, whatever mood I'm in, whatever vibe I'm in.
Right.
You know, when that beat come on, it's whatever I put on that paper.
Mike Jack has a certain sound, though.
I'm putting no real thought into it, but you know, it's however I feel. So if I go in that booth and I want to go crazy, then I'm gonna go crazy. You know, if I go in that booth and I want to talk and really speak something, you know, that people can relate to, you know, I'm gonna go in like that. You know, it's just based off how I feel.
You have a distinct sound to you, though. Like there's like you can't say you and somebody else from here have the same like sound, like period. No.
That's more than we can say for a lot of Washington-based artists.
It's true.
That they either sound like they from the Bay or from LA or
for somebody who hasn't heard your music yet. Can you compare your style to anything, or just like kind of just paint a picture for somebody?
I can't really compare it to nothing. I don't like comparing myself to really anybody or anything.
That.
I like having my own. You know, I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be a copycat. I want to be, you know, just the best Mike Jack I can be.
Okay. What kind of vibes are you giving people then? Can you give them that? Like, what kind of vibes in your music are people can get from your shit just listening to your music?
Well, you know, you can get a whole lot of vibes from me, man. Like when I first started recording, I was storytelling. You know, I was speaking. When the first song I made, it was about my son. You know what I mean? So a lot of people related to that because it was real deep. You know what I mean? And then so on, I got more to like club bangers, you know what I mean? Getting that feeling and, you know, that energy. I want to bring energy in the room. When I'm in the room, I want you to feel me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Especially, you know, when you step into the clubs in Seattle, you know what I mean? Some of them, you know, it's kind of turned down. I want to turn it up because, you know, I know Seattle can turn up. I've seen it happen before.
They
like,
want to turn up.
You know, even for example, you know, the dancing. Seattle got their own little flavor.
We got,
you know what I mean?
You're right. You're
we can bring all, you know, we can bring all that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to bring that out. I want to show the outsiders. You know what I mean? Hey, this is a side of Seattle y'all ain't seen before. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to come as hard as I can. So that energy, you know, on my songs, I know people are gonna feel it. Whether it's me just talking to you, whether I'm trying to get you and your friends turned up, or whether I'm trying to make the streets feel some shit. You know what I mean? I can do it all.
I mean, I've heard you go off a little Beats pill. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man. I know you got the juice. It's like, where does that originate from? Where does it come from? Where does your passion come from?
Where's your inspiration come from, man? Can you boil it down to something that got you?
Honestly, like, what really made me want to go hard and what really motivated me is like, one, my son. That's like first things first.
What's
you know,
his name?
Jerron Jackson.
Shout out Jerron Jackson.
How old is Jerron?
He is 2 years old.
Hey.
Shout out Jerron, man.
Terrible Tuesday.
But you know, that made me want to go real hard about this shit. In the simple fact that, you know, when I was in school, I was a hardhead. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to class. I wasn't doing shit I was supposed to do. I was in the streets. So, and I grew up an athlete. So when you know you don't go football, basketball,
you gotta go. You know you damn well gotta make your grades.
So, you know,
play any team.
Being in the streets, you know, and you ain't being in school, that goes along with the sports. You know what I mean? That falls down right with it. So as I'm doing that, still being hard-headed, I was like, man, I gotta find something to do. I can't do this. I already got tired of it quick. So you know what I mean? I was like, I want to do something, and I love music since I was a kid. And you know, I used to play around with it, and you know, especially when I found out I was having a son when I was 18, it just made me want to go hard. Like, you know what? I love music. I'm gonna start doing this shit. People tell me I'm dope, but I never took it serious. You know what I mean? And that just my son and that me wanting to do something with my life, it just made me go hard with this music.
So how old are you now?
I'm 21.
21.
Fresh 21.
Oh no, fresh in the clay. Fucking shit up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Way to correct it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
How's the state of R&B? The local R&B in Washington. What y'all think?
Man,
shit, bro, it's
honestly,
lacking like a motherfucker, man. We need
honestly,
more.
man, I agree, but there's some sleepers, you know, that just need to put the name out there.
Speak on it.
I know one dude that I want to shout out, K2X, man.
K2X.
You know
Never
what I
heard
mean?
of him.
What
What's
region
up?
is
Where's
he
he
from, man, out
from?
here?
He's from East Seattle, man.
Seattle.
Okay.
See, I don't be finding these
Shout out
Seattle
to Seattle,
niggas
man.
like that.
Y'all can go search him or whatever. He makes that, you know, that sound I've never heard before anybody else really made before. You know, and he's dope. He's one of my good friends, close with him, you know, off of music, you know what I mean? So shout out him, man. That's one of the couple names I know for sure.
K2X.
For sure.
K2X.
Shout out Holly Mitchell for sure.
Holly Mitchell, the female?
Yes.
I haven't heard too much of her stuff, honestly.
I've heard her name, I haven't heard the music yet.
I've seen her sporadically, but I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, it wasn't enough for me to like click on her shit and be like, you know, who is this?
Nothing
you know
enticing
what I mean? Like,
so far yet for you. Okay, I hear you.
I mean, and
For
I
you.
don't even know if that's just like a female's point of view, because I click on all types of females' pages all the time just to see what they're on or whatever. But there was nothing that like really
just grabbed you.
Yeah.
Grabbed you. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying that she's not a good artist. I'm not saying that she's not doing her thing. I'm not saying none of that. I'm
For
just
sure.
saying that when I came across her name, I didn't like
At that time.
dig
What's the
into
name
it.
again? Holly Mitchell?
Holly
Mitchell.
Holly Mitchell.
Shout out Holly Mitchell.
Or Holly
And
Michelle.
what region
Holly
is she
Michelle.
out
however
of?
Michelle?
She East Seattle too?
pronounce it. I'm not too sure. I know she's definitely from Seattle.
Definitely
though.
from Seattle.
Not too,
Okay, man.
not too far with it.
100,000. All right, so
Should local rappers collab with local R&B artists more often? Wouldn't that
Yeah,
kind
man.
of
Exposure.
Yeah,
would be
man.
great.
Anytime, you know, people work together, man, it only go up from there. You know what I mean? Whether it's your fan base and their fan base, you know, just putting that together. The more eyes, the more ears, the better.
Exactly.
would you work with somebody you don't fuck with for the bag?
Oh, that's a fire ass
bag.
question right
For the
there.
bag,
For the
man.
bag.
Nah, man.
You know,
It depends
loyalty
on what
lies
it is, man. It depends on what it is, man. Because if it's somebody, say
You
for
don't
instance,
respect them.
you had beef with one of my cousins or one of my homies, or you killed one of, you know, I can't go fuck with you for the bag. Fuck that bag. My loyalty runs deep, deeper than a bag. You know what I mean?
What if it's somebody you don't fuck with their energy? But they're talking about, I'll give you 1,000, bro.
Nah, man.
Not all money is good money.
It's deeper than just, you know, just a bag. You mean?
Not all money is good
That's how I
money.
look at it.
that's being authentic.
That's being very authentic.
Yeah.
$5,000 for 16 bars?
No. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't want nothing from you. You can keep it.
50K for 16?
You can keep it.
A 16-bar verse
100K.
bullshit for the 5,000.
You can keep it.
100K.
But then again, I hear you, and that's why I agree with that, because it's a legacy. You're a part of his legacy now. If that shit, you don't fuck with him,
Right.
you're now a part of his legacy. And
You know what I
people
mean?
that don't know the context are gonna be like, that nigga did a song with him, bro. What the fuck?
Let me
So
put
I respect that.
Let me put a hypothetical. Would you collab with Bruno Mars if it was like a week after he got caught up in a controversy saying like nigger?
I mean, well, he pretty much is
Going
fucking-
And then a week after he's like, yo, let's collab.
He's doing
You know it's gonna be a hit.
Hey, Mike
You
Jackson,
have
do
to.
it, Bruno,
Like, you
bro,
have
real
to.
quick, and you'll put your team on, bro.
You know,
Fuck
I'm not into too much, you know, somebody else's personal life. You know, if it's not between me and you,
Right.
That's your business,
That's
bro.
how- yeah.
That's
I'll
your
drop the
business.
ER on
I'll
you,
do
though.
a song with you. I ain't got no reason not to
You
fuck
drop
with you.
the
You know,
ER,
you
bro.
ain't
It's
did
like
nothing to
shit.
me. You know, for me to be like, okay, I don't fuck with you. You know,
Nah, I fuck with that.
I'll definitely do a song with Bruno.
That'd be a
Bruno
hard
Mars
song.
tap in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
for real though.
For sure.
All right, how's the music scene looking in Washington?
Man,
What y'all
I
think?
love it, bro.
You love it?
I love it, bro.
With
Like
the
I
hype?
wanna
It's
like.
getting real.
To me, I'm me myself, not trying to big up myself or nothing.
No,
or, you
big
know,
yourself up,
to-
fuck that. This
to
is the
my
platform to
motherfucking
big
horn, but
yourself
you know,
up, bro.
No.
I support this shit so tough. Like anytime somebody asks me, oh, who you listen to the most, or who's your favorite artist, I tell them somebody from out here.
Yeah.
I'm not finna name no mainstream. You know, I can, but you know, this whole year, this past
2 years, you know,
Yeah.
it's been nothing but Seattle for me.
That's the
my
energy
whole
I'm on.
playlist is Seattle. Every day I play Seattle. You know what I mean? Anytime you come in my car around me, that's all you're gonna hear.
But that's how other artists get exposure. Because
Exactly.
I wouldn't know of these artists if you didn't play them. You know what I mean?
But I
Like
love it.
I
You
wouldn't
know
know
that,
of this person. They wouldn't know of Mike Jack if I didn't plug them into that because they're not from Seattle. I'm not from Seattle, but I just happen to know you type thing. You know what I mean? Like it all. Network is your net worth.
And another thing is like the scene, you know, it might not seem like it's big to a lot of people, but you know, if you really been on Seattle's music scene for a long time, you know that it's bigger than it's ever been.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
Right now,
It's bigger than it's ever been.
Right now.
You know, Say Cheese come out here doing pop-up shows, like
fact.
stuff like that, for example.
Say Cheese. Say
You know what I mean?
Cheese.
So
Yeah, Say Cheese, you all right, man. You gotta do more
Hey,
Seattle.
man.
I feel like the scene's just going up here, going up.
I feel like the problem is that we're not supporting each other. Like, yeah, we're hip hop Seattle, but we gotta, you know.
Man, we gotta stop saying that shit. That's what's fucking niggas up right now. We gotta stop saying that.
Saying what?
We don't support each other. Let's
We
just
don't.
But let's just do it though. Let's just do it.
We
though.
don't. But same. You just was you know what I mean? This is a prime example. You was just like, yeah, Say Cheese, you're doing your thing. No, you have to be like, they're doing their fucking shit. They got.
We're talking about locally.
Period though.
Okay,
You feel me?
I get you on that, but like I'm not gonna disrespect Sean Cotton and all that shit. I'm talking about right now. We're
But
talking
still,
about
no. I understand that, but what I'm saying is like what the context that I'm putting it in is like you rubbing off like, oh, you're doing your thing. You know, that's not supporting. We have to support each other, or else we're not gonna get anywhere. That's why we're not anywhere. Period. Is because we're not supporting.
Just bottom line.
Whether it's platforms, whether it's venues, whether it's fucking artists, whether it's
Comments,
anybody.
likes,
This is
all
why
that shit.
we
You
don't
see
we don't
somebody
promote
local.
each
I
other.
retract my
That's-
statement on that, but I still hold.
You don't got to. You're valid. It's
I
period.
still
but
but I still have the feeling as far as bro, like as far as Seattle, if you look at how Seattle's perceived for the rest of the world or just even the rest of the nation, they don't see this shit yet. We have to be, you know, one of the platforms out here where there's definitely platforms out here that are doing their thing. There's too many of them for me to be able to list them right now, so I'm not gonna do that and leave people out. But I'm just saying we gotta do shit like this, and instead of like always criticizing, it's almost like you're always beating yourself down when you're really trying to do good and shit. We gotta just keep going forward instead of reminding each other like, yeah, we really don't support each other.
the thing is
We
like
just gotta fucking do it.
you gotta think of perception.
But we're
Perception
doing
is
it.
key though.
It
I
starts
think,
with
like-
us, not fuck the rest of the world. It starts with us in Seattle first.
Another thing I think is like so many people say, you know, Seattle don't support Seattle. They really like punch that into people's heads to where they're blinded or they oversee the people that actually do support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For instance,
Speak on that shit.
For instance, y'all.
Our platform.
For real.
Yeah.
You know, it starts somewhere. You know. So you know.
No, I agree with both.
I feel like
both what y'all saying.
I feel like, you know, it's like I said, it's bigger than ever. So you know, it's going up slowly but surely. I see it. You know what I mean?
I see it.
This 2020 beyond is about to be our era. But
For sure.
From what I see, the creatives and the quality music that's coming out here, the quality
100%.
videos, the passion and the heart that everybody's putting into the work.
I have a
You can't
question.
ignore that.
So do you guys feel like it's, I'm gonna just say it,
Say that shit.
do y'all feel like it's Mosey that like got it more of a like spotlight because of the fact that he's from here? So people are like, who else is from here? And then y'all all just happen to be popping, and then you get more recognition. I mean, realistically, that's kind of how
Can I
it
keep it
works.
1,000?
But
Are we keeping it 1,000? Or are we doing
I mean,
just
I-
a little like?
Keep it on. It's always keeping it 1,000.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
you want to share with us first before I say what I
Like,
want to say?
man, you know,
What do you think?
I kind of feel like he do because you know he got his fan base is huge.
Right.
Like, you know,
They're
there's at
young.
least one person that's saying,
Say that
okay,
again.
where's
They're
these
young.
other Seattle artists at? Okay, you know,
Right.
there's at least one.
Out of them
There gotta be at least
That's
one.
a demographic, you think?
And
You know what I
a
mean?
young fan base is gonna be more like willing to check out the music.
Exactly.
Like old heads, I listen to what I listen to.
Exactly.
You're not gonna put me onto somebody.
Straight up.
Right.
But a young cat, somebody still in school, middle school, high school,
They're more susceptible.
They gonna be on your Instagram. They're gonna be on your Spotify. They're gonna stream your shit 1,000 times.
Dead ass.
They're gonna put all their friends onto your music. That's the Mosey effect that I see, if anything. Rather than him personally, it's just he got a broad audience of people checking out for music. Oh, he's synonymous to Seattle in their mind, so they're like, oh, who else is in Seattle?
To a certain degree, though, because there's also
Exactly.
people that don't really rock with that, and that's kind of this is the thing. I'm keeping it real right now. Like I listen to Mosey's music, but like I listen to it for a different reason because I'm an artist myself, but like I just also want to support the town and stuff like that. But I look at his music a little differently. Like I'm not going for his music thinking that I'm gonna get a much lyrical shit or like, but the production's always there, his vibe is always there, and for his age, he's rapping about the shit that they're really like.
That's really current. It's what's making money. That's what it is. It's that it's making money.
I'm much older than him and shit, but I'm still in tune with this shit. So I still fuck with his music, but I don't look at it like hella serious like that. So what I'm saying, what I'm ultimately trying to say is like he does shine the light on our like area and stuff. But that's not our scene at all, really, though, bro. At all. To keep it real,
it's
most
not the
people
scene,
can agree.
but it was his energy that made it.
But, okay, yes, he's mainstream, but he's on Interscope and shit like that. But impact-wise, he's not making Macklemore impact. Sales,
Macklemore has a different. He's a whole nother genre.
Sales.
You can't even like compare. You can't compare Macklemore and Lil Mosey because that's a whole two different genres.
I know.
But area-wise, they're from the same place.
I know, but in the grand scheme of things, it's all hip hop. You're all a part of this fucking hip hop shit. They're not looking at like Mosey, Macklemore in the grand scheme.
No, they're looking
of
at
things.
it like
you motherfuckers make hip hop.
Radio hip hop and
the Grammys say it's hip hop, and Mosey's not going to the Grammys.
Is Mosey playing on the radio?
I don't know. Is he? I don't listen to the radio. I'm sorry.
Yo, what you said about Mosey is like that doesn't really matter because the same thing when Macklemore was on and white America was listening to a Seattle artist. Hold on, when they're listening to a Seattle artist, like they're in their mind they probably think everybody here sounds like Macklemore, but that's on the listener. That's on you yourself to check out the music. You can't really be mad at like what somebody's perspective is gonna be or what they may think or something like that. Regardless, Mosey is on. He got to that point. You got to give him an applause. He's a young artist too. Well, why are we talking about lyrics about a young artist? He's speaking about the stuff that makes him feel good about his everyday life type shit. And niggas not gonna talk about Jay-Z 444 type shit. He's not gonna talk about how to invest your money in this and that.
He's
so
young.
don't expect that from him. Let him do his thing. And we shouldn't be so willing to vulture and just think low of other people. Like, let them do what they're doing. They're doing something positive.
I don't
encourage
think
that.
low of Lil Mosey at all. I think he's doing his fucking shit. He's doing what he needs to do, and he's doing it. He's the only one actually in it.
I think we're just looking at it from a different scope, and we're saying things that we all agree on, but we're from different scopes. So yeah, we all fuck with Mosey and shit. We're just not like he doesn't represent our whole.
I fuck with any local artist making music. Bottom line.
Another thing
it don't
is
matter
like,
where he's from in the town, because I don't know why people use that as a thing against him and shit like that either. You know,
I feel personally, like another thing is, like I said, at least 1, 2, or 100 people at least try to check, okay, who's these other Seattle artists. But I feel more so he put on for where he's from, the North End. You know what I mean? He put on for niggas that he knows over there. A lot of people over, towards, down here or wherever don't really know about. At least not to my knowledge. I ain't really know none of these, nobody he's rocking with or any of that. But I feel like there's somebody, like for example, Mafi D. A lot of people know his name. A lot of people been doing it, rock with him. They fuck with him. He's in North Carolina doing a show right now.
It's lit.
So to see somebody like him maybe make it, that everybody's been rocking with when he was already here. Everybody already knew him. He had been earned, got that respect as an artist, maybe and off camera. I know Seattle would, they would rock with it more than they do with Mosey. Not saying we don't rock with Mosey. Like I said,
not saying we don't rock with
I even fuck with him as an artist. As an artist, he makes good music. You know what I'm saying?
An artist.
Give credit when credit's due.
Where Mosey made it, that's like a self-accomplishment. But if Mafi D would have made it, when he makes it, that's gonna be a community accomplishment.
And it's especially something that like the streets is gonna feel. They're gonna love that shit. Yeah, they're gonna love it
because it shows an outcome. It doesn't just show like you don't get. You don't just keep doing this. Because there's something at the end of this.
Exactly.
That's the beginning of something else.
Man, shout out Lil Mosey, man. You did your thing.
You're doing your thing. You're doing your thing.
Okay.
You got our support. We're here for our artists. We're gonna speak on the things that we're gonna speak on everything.
Have a discussion always.
But at the end of the day, we support everybody that comes out of this town, man. Respect Hip Hop Seattle.
Now when most ways local artists kind of get their message out or get their music or moving out is either by social media, word of mouth, by passing out tapes or doing performances. How important is Seattle radio? Should artists feel some type of way about there not being a lot of opportunities or more outlets for local artists to exhibit their music, to get more known, or for chances to get local spins?
To me, man, like a lot of way I think about it, if I didn't make it or if I didn't, do this, go harder. That's how I'm gonna tell you, go harder. That should only motivate you to really go harder. You know what I mean? Go put yourself out there. If you ain't make it, go make it.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
I agree with that.
I feel like
do you think you make records that are like aimed towards radio? Do you have like records you feel like, yeah, this stuff can spin?
That's the problem, though. It's that key, those 2 words, or those 3 words, aim towards radio, whatever, however fucking many words that was, that's what it is. Aim towards radio. Like, why do we have to aim towards radio? If we're in a platform, Cube 93 should be supporting their local artists.
If it's hot, especially if the song is hot.
The thing is, I mean, of course you're gonna want to hear that natural Rihanna, Drake, all of that extra shit, but how do we get exposure if we don't have a platform for people to go and drive and listen to on a regular basis to get exposure?
That's the business side of things. You know how many artists there are, though?
That's crazy.
No, but like it depends, because like I think about that syndicated radio, they have a whole formula going to that shit. So I think I can't even really pinpoint the podcast it was that this happened on, whatever. But people spoke on this kind of. But in regards to this whole like record thing, you have to like, either if you're gonna be on the radio, you have to follow a certain guideline if you want to be on the radio. But then there's also people who make these songs that are really anomalies. If you think of like Hot Nigga with Bobby Shmurda, that's not a fucking hit in any way, but it's a freestyle really. But that shit got so much heat behind it and so much support that it became something, mainstream, and it later then came to the radio. It's the radio usually is last to get the shit. You know what I mean? Because they have to guarantee a certain amount of spins and shit, or what? Is that how it goes?
Have you ever thought about like bumping your shit to like Cube 93 or something?
That's my main question.
I'm not even gonna lie. That ain't never crossed my mind.
Why not though? Right?
No
Is it
reason.
an accolade for you as a rapper to be on the radio, to hear yourself? Cause just growing up
I'm pretty sure longer down the way, of course.
Well, 100%
of course,
as a kid, that's what you want.
Of course.
Yeah,
but why not now? Like, don't you believe in yourself that much to just like, you already got it on platforms, so what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not have it more local?
You say you make club bangers and shit.
Yeah.
So you feel like any one of those records could be something that like, I could probably hear this shit on the radio, or I can probably or I can make something that's like, it's still me, but I can fucking appeal to, more people than I think.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Personally, I don't think my shit can even get put on the radio, man. The shit I say, as much shit as I, exactly, explicit, aggressive. Don't give a fuck.
About Tekashi 6ix9ine, there people be saying crazy shit in records, bro.
That's true.
Some people be singing the craziest shit. They might not be cursing, but Weeknd, for example, says the craziest shit, but he has a great voice, so you don't really realize.
Right.
And Melly, Murder on My Mind.
Oh yeah, YNW. That, bro, fuck. Damn.
Oh man, that's a classic.
Anyways,
stupid hard. If anything, the way to go around this would be just if the local community had a stronger response to the music coming out, the local radio would have no other choice but to put the spins.
I think that just comes with exposure and us working together to make sure everybody is seen.
It's rare that you can't have a label or some shit behind you be on the radio like that, though. Even if your shit's bubbling like that.
They used to have what was on Sunday night sound sessions.
I used to fuck with that shit. That shit was popping.
Is that mainstream though?
I tapped in. I tapped in as fuck.
It was like a 3-hour block.
I don't even know. I didn't count.
It was like
whenever
3-4
it was
hours
out,
of like local radio.
That's what it was.
Local music.
If I didn't have my aux. So I see why artists aim for more platforms. It's because it's more accessible. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like when you're trying to be... I'm not an artist, but I'm thinking about it, and it's just like when you want to get that exposure, if you want to do this shit, you got to do it all the way. You got to reach out to you miss every shot you don't take. So by you not going to Cube 93 and being like, look, I've been, this is who I am, this is my music, I'm asking, what's gonna take for me to put this on the air?
Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. He wasn't really on the radio like that. Fucking legend.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. You don't really need a radio all the time, though.
That's not the point. I mean, a lot of people don't have accessibility to like the platforms.
Some people just don't want to make radio records. too. Also, people have different like goals in hip hop and shit.
Radio records. Why does it have to be radio records? Or why can't we have just a platform where it's just
that's the roots of hip hop. It's where it started. That's why you can't take something from something. Like you can't, as much as we are evolving.
We don't even play hip hop. We play pop.
No, but as far as hold on. Like as far as the culture and shit, it never like completely dies away. Like having a physical CD, even though we're on digital shit, there is a prestige to that because it was the norm at one point. People really was like, a CD was fucking everything. A rapper wanted to see their song in a CD form. It's one of those original things that every rapper wants. I want to hear my shit on the radio. I want to have a platinum record. I want to see my shit. You know what I mean? There's certain. I want to do a sold out show. Rappers have those like goals. Like those when you first start, you want that.
Yeah.
You never forget that.
Right.
So I'm saying for radio, you might like no matter what. Like I don't really make these type of records, but like I do want to have something on the fucking radio so I can say I did it once at least.
Somebody called T-Pain.
You feel me? By the end of my career, I at least want a platinum record. At least one.
Nah, that's definitely
every rapper got that.
That's definitely gonna be something.
Can lie to me if they say they don't want one of those.
That's definitely gonna be something I want to do because man, like one of my biggest inspirations as like an artist was Weezy. Hands down.
Oh man, yeah.
So his work ethic, just how he switched it up. He'd go from this to being a whole rock star, radio plays, everything. Like Weezy was to me one of the most dominant rappers of all time.
Dead ass.
So that was like my number one. That's like, man,
mixtape game. You know what I mean? Stupid.
So everybody just off that, just off like looking up to him like that. Man, I gotta get on the radio. You know what I mean? Eventually, I gotta get on.
Just the way he was eating those features.
Do you feel like becoming mainstream is what it's gonna take to be on the radio?
I mean, I don't really know. I feel in a way since like because like I feel like in today's age popularity is a lot. That means a lot. Like you know what I mean? So. I kind of feel that way, but who knows? I ain't there yet.
It's hard to say before it's there, because like you want more people to hear your music, but it's like once more people hear your music, it comes with more responsibility. Like
exactly,
that's the only thing about it. It's hard to stop that shit, especially if your shit's hitting and you're enjoying yourself. It's like fuck, I don't want to stop.
Exactly.
Even though this shit's getting hard, it's like I love this shit. That has to be how it is.
Realistically, like. What do you guys think is gonna be like the next like major artist out of this Northwest?
Too many people to
say. Me personally,
man.
as far as the work I could see, Mafi D.
Mafi D.
He posted 2 videos on Thizzler already, I believe. You got Thank God, and then there's another one, I forget the name, I apologize. But he just not to leak nothing, he does have some coming out with Babyface Ray. He's a rapper from Detroit. He got a big name in Detroit. So just off that right there, I see him. He's doing a lot of work that a lot of people I ain't seeing do. Not to knock nobody, but I'm just saying in my he's the next one to make it up out of here for sure. And the numbers speak. The numbers speak too.
What do you guys think?
The next to come out of the town? Ooh, that's just real deep, man.
That's hard.
That's very hard.
There's a lot, man.
Well, you guys know MKF is on tour with Lil Mosey.
Yeah.
I like what Paris Alexa's doing.
She was on TV.
She's going in a good direction.
Was she on TV?
She's on TV on the new NBC show.
Yeah, she's doing good.
Yeah, she going hard.
Yeah, that'd probably be my pick for that. She's really the one killing the game
she's
right now.
dope. She's dope. Shout out.
I've been sleeping. I gotta tap in, Paris. Sorry, girl. I got you though.
What do you think, Cal?
Woman empowerment.
Next from the town.
Yeah.
Drop a name on their ass. Somebody. There's somebody out there that you.
I got too many to choose from. I feel like
hey man, everybody gonna understand if you're an artist, but you gotta just accept that shit. Like there's so many dope artists.
I feel the same way.
It makes you stronger when you can recognize somebody that's doing their shit. You feel me? It don't always gotta be about you. You know what I mean? Hey.
Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everybody.
For real. Never know, like me, like my nigga Mafi D say, man, like my nigga Street Ball Suit, man. No big me, no little you. You know what I mean? It's equal.
Yeah.
There we go.
I want to see everybody.
Just put the work in, man. That's all it takes, man. It don't really matter anything. You just put the work in. That's it. Nobody gonna say shit.
And just the way music is set up now, with the way you can make money from touring a lot easier than it used to be, and streams, it's not hard for a lot of people to be successful from the same place. It's not like you gotta you gotta take food from somebody else's plate. Everybody can be successful and be doing their own thing and living their best life. I seen somebody, I be coming across random Instagram profiles all the time. I seen some homie, he put up his Spotify numbers for like last year, the year end thing.
Right.
He got like 40 million streams.
Damn.
I ain't never seen his name before. He's like a pop singer. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of December, that shit was fucking me up because I seen too many niggas post shit up, and I'm like, they doing it this hard?
Yeah, bro.
And I had never heard his name.
Facts.
I feel you.
You ain't lying, bro.
Shout out to everybody doing their shit.
Shout out to everybody doing their shit, man. Everybody working.
Everybody's
It's a big world, man. Shows you how big you are.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all working. All y'all.
Everybody working.
Everybody's working. Another thing is, man, like, I feel like, you know, the city just got to come together a little more. You feel me?
Exactly.
Make music together, man. That's what's really collide each other. You know, making shit with each other. That's just making the outsider that's fans of y'all just be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel like artists.
You know what I mean? Nothing but good can come from that.
I feel
How
like
can
as a
people
whole,
hit you up?
Oh man.
What's the best way to hit you up?
Mike Jack
phone number,
3200.
it don't matter. IG, Twitter,
Just off
it don't
online,
matter.
your IG and shit, like you hit you in the DM and all that.
You know, I ain't one of them dudes that's gonna shy away from you or, you know, feel like I'm too good to message back. Or,
And what's
you
the
know,
Instagram at one time?
Mike Jack 3200, Twitter,
Mike Jack 3200.
Instagram, YouTube,
3200.
SoundCloud.
Boom, follow that shit.
You know,
100%.
all the time. But, you know, like I said, you know, the city just got to come together this year, and I see it. Like, for instance, me. Not to big up myself, but, you know, I'm going to.
Big up yourself.
Talking shit, man.
Don't play
Talking shit,
man.
But, you know, I do have an EP on the way.
What's up? How many tracks?
It's called Outside. I have features with Mafi D, Frenchie Oso,
Gunna Goof.
Gunna Goof goes stupid hard.
And man,
there you go, bro.
You know, I got a lot of shit coming. Another artist too, more artists too.
Basskids.
Oh yeah, Basskids. Shout out Basskids. I fuck with Basskids.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. I fuck with the sound because, you know, at one point, you know, I was in my car with a Bluetooth speaker and an Android recording off YouTube beats. You know what I mean? So like, shout out Frenchie Oso because he told me, man, the business side of this, because that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know the business side of this. It's not just about getting on that mic and rapping and thinking your shit's dope or whatever, you know. So I wanted to know, like, what's the best way to do this shit. He's like, man, buy all your shit, have rights to all your shit, all your beats. So first person I went to was Basskids. That was the first person I went to.
For sure,
man, my outside track,
Basskids.
my outside track that I dropped was from him. So, you know, and that's going crazy right now. Over the last month, it probably got what, a solid, you know, 5,000 streams, almost 6. Like, you know, like 100 over like 180 favorites or likes, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. But, you know, it's doing numbers, it's showing love. So, you know,
that's dope as fuck.
I think that comes with you too as a person, because like every time you perform, you have an energy, you have a whole vibe. Like if it's like a Mike Jack vibe though. Like that's what I'm saying.
Sure,
like say Cheese event, Mike Jack. This last event that you did at Baltic, Mike Jack.
For sure.
Definitely. And I think that you having your crowd, you having your people who support you, that comes a long way with you, like, as a person, as an artist.
At Baltic, man, that was probably one of my best performances, just so based off the energy in the room. Like, I already knew a lot of people knew the song, but I didn't know I was gonna have damn near the whole club jumping around me. Like, there was a stage, you know what I mean? But I came with 10, 11 people. You know what I mean? I'm not about to perform on the stage. I'm about to jump in the crowd if that mic's wireless. So, you know, I'm in the crowd because I want everybody to feel me. I want you to feel this energy. I want you to, you know, to vibe with me. I don't want to be up there and you're down here and you're listening, but you're not. You don't feel it. I want you to feel it. You know what I mean? And like a lot of that came from just advice, man. Shout out Frenchie Oso and Mafi D, man. I could go on and on about these two niggas, man. I get advice from them too about this music. Like, those are my go-tos for sure. And main thing he told me about improving my rapping is just your energy. You know, when you say something, say it like you mean it. Yeah, you want motherfucker to feel what you're saying. You know, you don't want them just listening to you. Want your ears is listening. I want that to hit your soul.
Yeah,
I want that to hit you, make you move. You know, whatever it is.
What's that Kevin Hart? Say it with your chest.
Man, say it with your chest, man. For real, say it with your motherfucking chest, man. Don't be afraid to get in that booth and let all that shit out. Because you know, when you shy away from it, people ain't gonna really feel you.
People can tell too, man.
And so when I got that mic and I'm performing, I want that crowd to go crazy. That's how I am.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I know we got that. I seen it happen. You know what I mean? So I love it. I wanna keep that going for sure.
So you got the Outside EP coming out.
For sure.
So what do you think? You said Baltic was your best performance. What's your, as an artist, what's been your like most memorable moment as an artist? I felt like I want to ask.
My most memorable moment as an artist so far, Say Cheese, my first show.
That was a little ass show. I was there. I was there.
When was that?
Oh, when was that, man? It was definitely
year.
this year. It was last year?
It was definitely last
year? My bad. I apologize.
Where was it?
I think it was at the Ora Lounge.
Ora Lounge, okay.
A lot of performers.
And it was my first performance at first. At first, they weren't even gonna let me in. Because, you know, I was underage at the time. I'm 20 years old. So at first, they were trying to get me in as, you know, some little producer, DJ or whatever. I knew that shit wasn't going to work. So they looked at me like, okay. And finally, I was like, look, I got a little performance. We got a little performance that I'm supposed to do. And they let me in. They escorted me. As long as I got escorted out right after I performed, it was good. But the fact that it was Say Cheese and it was a big platform, I'm noticing, I'm like, damn, this is a good group of people in this room.
That's the right place to be.
You know what I mean? I was out there, but I wasn't out there like I am now, my name. You know what I mean? So a lot of people didn't know me. A lot of people ain't never seen me before.
But it took that event for people to be like, oh, okay, he got that energy. He got that sound.
So that was my first show. I ain't gonna lie, when I got on the mic, I was shaking in my boots.
Was that your first show?
I was rattled. I was stiff. I was just trying to get as hype as I could. And I was stiff, you know. The mic wasn't up to my mouth. I wasn't speaking. Sometimes I'll drop the mic, it'll come back up. You know, just little mistakes like that. But you know, definitely at the same time, that was my best moment because it was such a learning moment. You know, as far as like how I should improve on performing and
I think that's every
shit
time,
I can fix and shit like that. So that right there for sure, that definitely, you know, made me want to big up, you know, level up on them.
It allows you to think more about like what your performance looks like from the outside. Because oftentimes as an artist, you're just like on the stage thinking about you.
Exactly.
But you got to be aware of like the way your hands go, your mannerisms. You can't just be like.
Exactly.
You get that feeling of like release where you're just like, all right, fuck it, let me just fuck this shit up real quick.
All the time. All the time.
You get a little stage fright and it's just like, all right, it's whatever. Let me just
flip it around.
Serve it.
Exactly. For sure.
Who are your 5 biggest influences?
5
as far as just rap.
Top 5 shit.
I mean, it don't gotta be 5, but like as far as like who has influenced you to be who you are today? Top 5, dead or alive.
Dead or alive too.
5. That's a lot. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I say you ain't gotta do the whole 5. I mean, you make it to 3 straight.
I mean, I could try to answer as best as I can. As far as, you know, the first name I already named, you know, as far as rapping goes and looking up to how to do this shit or how he, you know, how to write and all this, Weezy for sure.
Weezy up, baby.
2, as far as, you know, just based off me and how I am, the person I am, my pops. You know what I mean? You know, so he taught me, you know, he taught me a lot of game, and you know, he's really the man, the reason I am the man I am today. So you know, shout out to pops. And man, I don't know, man. Like I ain't really, you know, growing up, I ain't really look up to a lot of people. Like now I'm, you know, for instance, like Mafi D and French Yo, to them, I ain't known them for a long time, but you know, I felt like I've known them for years. Yeah. So these are my go-tos. These is my and shout out Street Ball Soup, man, biggest motivator I know. Biggest motivator I know, and I just go straight to them because you know, as far as performance, how I feel, Street Ball don't give a fuck when he's on performance. He's performing, he's talking his shit as loud as he can, he's kicking, he's doing his little dance moves. He don't care. So I look up to that, I'm like, damn, and I'm taking notes. And like in my head, I'm like, okay, I see how you're doing it. Right, Frenchie Oso, when he's in the booth, he's man's like a wild animal, bro. He's like a wild animal, bro. Like he's just like, his energy is not like anybody I know. And Mafi D, man, he gives me good game all the time. Like especially when I performed at Hard in the Paint. That was my second performance. Yeah. You know what I mean? At first I came by myself, bro. I came by myself, probably like 2, 3, 4 people with me, but they were in the background, I grabbed the mic, I was by myself. Mafi D gets right in front of me. Street Ball gets in front of me. Next thing you know, the whole CD gets behind me. I'm like, God damn, you guys is just, hype, really doing this shit with me because they believe in me, Yeah. They were one of the first ones, no cap. So, they just hopped around me. Some niggas didn't even know the words to my song, but they were still, jumping up and down, swinging left and right. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, like, no cap. Like, I love these niggas for that. Yeah. So, I look up to them. For real, yeah. As far as this music goes, definitely. That's
real bonds, man. Yeah. When people look out for you like that, when they
it's love.
When they truly care for like how you doing,
it's essential, man.
It's love outside the booth. Like I check up, you straight, bro, you good. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not just no music thing. I fuck with him as a person.
Rap.
Damn, so rap.
Definitely inspired me for sure.
Okay, so what you got working at? You got this EP coming. What else is what's in the pot?
I got about 6 tracks. Okay. Like I said, I got features with Frenchie Oso, Mafi D,
You trying
Gunna
to leak
Goof.
some exclusives?
Oh, you want me to play some?
You can send them to my email. You can play
okay, I thought we could play right now. I was gonna say,
gmail.com.
Hip Hop Seattle can have it. It's good. We can play it right now.
What's that? Play it. We got an aux cord.
Man.
Mike Jack, what it do, nigga? Know you the hottest young nigga in this motherfucking city, man. Don't let these hoe ass niggas tell you anything different, man. You know I had to come raw from the jaw, ill from the gills on these hoes. Let them know how I feel. It's a young nigga way, it's a young nigga time. Watch out for him, he really told but say he out on bond. You say you like the bitch I'm with, shit, I don't mind. You won't see me with her unless I think the bitch is fine. I ain't lying, bitches is calling me handsome. Call more than once, I won't answer. She go to school during the day, at night she turns to a dancer. Freaky, freaky, freaky. Eat me. I hit the bitch, my Jack hit the bitch. That's what you call a repeat. She said she like it neat, not no backseat free. I went to the house and I hit her on the mattress. Dirty dick Dan, I ain't put her on the plastic. Praying to God this bitch don't clap me. Thinking to myself, is this her first time fucking a nigga like me? She want her boyfriend to get like me. I don't give a fuck about who don't like me. I can knock that bitch in a plain white tee while driving a Honda. You took that bitch to Benihana's with the same bread that you got for your mama. That shit a shame. I laugh at niggas, this shit a game. I'm guiding niggas, if anything, don't never say my name in vain. My pedigree won't let me entertain a lame. No. Bitch, I'm broke. Ain't no meals. Hell, you might get a 4 for 4. I don't care what you niggas know. I only know what I'm posting though. I got a bitch who always lying. Her name on my phone, Pinocchio. I hit a bitch with the okey doke. If I know she broke, she broke. Most of these niggas emotional. I'm too busy going coast to coast. My swag got him on an overdose. My bad partner, I don't know your folks. Our splash partner, he getting too close. Have his face all over your clothes. Nigga, it's a young nigga way. It's a young nigga time. Watch out for him. He really told but say he out on bond. You say you like the bitch I'm with, shit, I don't mind. You won't see me with her unless I think the bitch is fine. I ain't lying, bitches is calling me handsome. Call more than once, I won't answer. She go to school during the day, at night she turns to a dancer. Freaky. Eat me. I hit the bitch, my Jack hit the bitch. That's what you call a repeat.
Over the bitch, she a stripper. She acting to 4 off the liquor. Little baby wrote there like a snicker. Nigga, watch me paint this picture. I'm on the bumper like a sticker. Kicking shit like I'm a kicker. Watch me cruise like Victor. Flow cold, make a shiver. Baby girl want me to eat the box, but baby, I don't need skippers. You can keep your little coochie, baby. I'm just all about my figures. Smack the lips and then she roll the eyes, little baby, acting real bitter. See me shining, bitch, I'm on the rise, little baby, know I'm that nigga. Your new nigga is a wannabe. Bitch mad cause she wanted me. Big mad cause she on my D. I ain't have to ask, she got on her knees. Baby, I just want the cake. Tell the little hoe to sock it to me. Big bands, bitch, drop it to me. Alley-oop, fucking lob it to me. Difference between me and these niggas, none of these hoes excite me. You niggas be dicking them down and they'll pass them around and you make them your wife. You niggas be walking around and you look like a cow talking about he gon' fight me. Yo, bitch on my dick till she ain't got no spit. That whole loyal, that's unlikely. But don't you take this shit lightly. Nigga, I ain't playing no games. You niggas be talking that shit, but it don't sound the same like you sharing the brain. These niggas be looking at you like you boo-boo the fool, all you niggas is lames. These niggas be bitches, they turn into stitches, but none of you niggas can hang. You niggas are soft, you know from my cloth, you niggas ain't built for the game. Bitch, I go off, I'm leaving them lost, you niggas get crossed in the game. Bitch, I'm a boss, you see all this sauce, I guess I lived up to my name. Man, fuck with a cost, I'm colder than frost, I think I got ice in my veins.
It's a young nigga way, it's a young nigga time. Watch out for him, he really told, but say he out on bond. You say you like the bitch I'm with, shit, I don't mind. You won't see me with her unless I think the bitch is fine. I ain't lying, bitches is calling me handsome. Call more than once, I won't answer. She go to school during the day, at night she turn to a dancer. Freaky, freaky, freaky. Eat me, eat me, eat me. I hit the bitch, my jack hit the bitch. That's what you call a repeat. Fat.
Yo, that was Mike Jack and Mafi D. That shit, what is that called, man?
Man, that's called Repeat, man. For
Repeat.
Sure.
That shit is super hard, man.
No cap.
That shit is super fucking hard,
that's
man.
That's definitely,
back to back.
You know, one of the main songs coming off the EP. It's about to be, you know, a solid 7 tracks on there, you know. So it's all good.
Yeah, you did your thing on that, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate
that was good.
it.
That was real dope,
fire.
bro. Real dope.
Excited.
You know, so we working, man. You know, if you know, like I said, I want to see the city work together. So you know, if nobody gonna do it, I will.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lead by example. That's how we got. That's how we doing it.
Exactly.
2019, leading by example.
For sure. All that hating shit is dead. You
That's
know.
in the past.
I feel like if you ain't showing love and you're hating, you look like a weirdo if you're hating.
Yeah, 100%. You're
like
gonna be standing
weirdo.
alone.
On me.
If you hating.
Exactly.
That's how it's gonna be.
Because the love's real. So that shit's gonna go up. You know.
Shout out to Mike Jack for coming out to the platform. Hip Hop
Appreciate it.
Seattle,
Shout out
man.
Hip Hop Seattle, man.
Cal Naughty.
It's your boy Miss High Definition, Henry 100K.
This is Dre, a little honey dipping.
Come on, man. Mike Jack on the track. Mike Jack 3200. Come on.
Thank you so much, Mike Jack, man. Y'all check him out, man. Y'all follow. EP coming out.
Follow me.
Outside.
Shit gonna go hard.
Come on.
LIL.
Cash.
HONEY DIPN.
We out.
Boy, you wasn't in the field, boy, you wasn't outside, boy, you wasn't on the block when the nigga drove by, boy, you wasn't in no trap, you niggas rapping all these lies, boy, you wasn't really clutching when it's really time to ride. Hey
Mo, you now walking with DJ Basskids, DJ Basskids.
You wasn't in the field, boy, you wasn't outside, boy, you wasn't on the block when a nigga drove by, boy, you wasn't in no trap, you niggas rapping all these lies, boy, you wasn't really clutching when it's really time to ride, boy, you wasn't in the field, boy, you wasn't outside, boy, you wasn't on the block when a nigga drove by, boy, you wasn't in no trap, you niggas rapping all these lies, boy, you wasn't really clutching when it's really time to ride. See, I'm allergic to you sucking niggas, you quick to fall when it get cold, so I don't trust you niggas. The feelings I've been feeling lately, it's like fuck you niggas. I got my dick in your missus, but she love you nigga. I love my Glock, that's my bitch, she keep an extension. I ride a push, start whip, no keys in ignition. Bitch, you know I'm road running, I stay on the mission. I'm feeling like I'm Brown, I make it easy and transition. Before I go broke, I get it out a bit, bitch. I need my Cane's chicken, bitch, I need them big strips. You niggas talk too much, but claiming you got stitched lips. You niggas walk too much, but claiming you got big whips. You niggas pools all bark, no bite, nigga. It's on sight and you don't really wanna fight, nigga. Cause you gon' get left if you don't get right, nigga. See, you's a square bear and I don't fuck with your type, nigga. Man, I done see so many bodies, I done stop counting. Man, you ain't never seen a body without the chalk round it. You niggas ain't about no homie, y'all just talk about it. Man, fuck a 10, them killers at you for a few thousand. I fuck your bitch in front of your kid, yeah, I'm greasy, nigga. And I ain't even had to speak, she made it easy, nigga. I'm on the disrespectful level, please believe me, nigga. On bird box, bitch, you can't see me, nigga. You wasn't in the field, boy, you wasn't outside, boy, you wasn't on the block when a nigga drove by, boy, you wasn't in no trap, you niggas rapping all these lies, boy, you wasn't really clutching when it's really time to ride, boy, you wasn't in the field, boy, you wasn't outside, boy, you wasn't on the block when a nigga drove by, boy, you wasn't in no trap, you niggas rapping all these lies, boy, you wasn't really clutching when it's really time to ride. Bitch, stay away from me with all that weak shit. Tacoma dish account, man, I don't rock that cheap shit. I'm running through this green, catch me in my cleats, bitch. You niggas need an Oscar acting about that street shit. Hey, you niggas kissing on these thooters, taking photos. You niggas ain't about no pimping, that's a no-no. You niggas running game backwards, that's a no-go. And when it's really time to ride, boy, use a no-show. Big slide in that Beamer, bumping street ball. Shout out to the whole clique, nigga, I see y'all. Been a grimy little nigga since I was knee-tall. I'm on my Curtis Snow shit, fuck it, we ball. Somebody tell Basskids this a hit, nigga. Flexing on a punk, bitch, I'm the shit, nigga. Big dog, you a poodle, I'm a pit, nigga. Niggas goofy, check the bitch, not the bimp. Boy, you wasn't in the field, boy, you wasn't outside. Boy, you wasn't on the block when a nigga drove by. Boy, you wasn't in no trap, you niggas rapping all these lies. Boy, you wasn't really clutching when it's really time to ride. Boy, you wasn't in the field, boy, you wasn't outside. Boy, you wasn't on the block when a nigga drove by. Boy, you wasn't in no trap, you niggas rapping all these lies. Boy, you wasn't really clutching when it's really time to ride. Ay.